The industry market for video monitors over the last few months has been difficult to measure. However, we've noticed that dealer orders for SelectaVision monitors have been increasing dramatically. To get a feel for the market and to learn how RCA dealers are handling video monitor sales, we interviewed a number of dealers from the various areas of the country, including Jeff Friedman of Planet Video in Detroit, Michigan, Paul Roberts of Newtonville Camera in Newtonville, Massachusetts, Mike Weber of Rutgers in Fort Worth, Texas, and Richard Thomas of Video Values in Indianapolis, Indiana. Our first question to each of them was, who is the typical video monitor customer?
The person who is interested in pure home entertainment, and then of course there's the videophile customer. However, the person who's interested in home entertainment probably represents a much larger market than the videophile customer. Interestingly enough, the most likely prospects to purchase a monitor are probably people who do not know what a monitor is or what it can do for them, but who are indeed interested in having a complete home entertainment system that allows them to have the advantages of owning video disc players, video recorders, games, computers, etc.
Most people that buy a monitor have a video recorder, or I'll put it this way, they'll buy a video recorder with a monitor. A lot of our bigger ticket sales have been monitors with video recorders. So, you know, and I think those people initially were just thinking of a color TV that would work with their video recorder. You know, and I mean, you can easily say, well, any TV will work with a video recorder, but that's not too exciting.
The biggest thing is that they know about the future. They're not attuned to it, but they know about that there's going to be a home computer and these video games are going to lead to it, and they want to position themselves to have a television that's going to last 7, 8 years, and they're familiar with the fact that electronics is changing quite a bit, and they don't want to be caught with a product that's out of date.
Then we asked, is it necessary to qualify customers to a video monitor? And if so, how do you do it?
The customer who is a non-videophile customer but who is interested in home entertainment can be qualified very quickly and simply during your initial presentation of any television product. Do you now own, or do you plan to purchase at some point in the future, any video equipment, such as a video disc player or video recorder? A positive response to that question qualifies the customer as a potential monitor receiver customer.
In terms of qualifying a customer, if you can give them one benefit that they like, you really don't have to go very far. This set's easy to sell. This doesn't take a long time. When someone sees it in operation, listens to the sound, they're sold. And then when they compare it price-wise to some of the other alternatives, and frankly, a number of the customers who come in are looking at a very expensive component TV for half the price.
Here's what they said when we asked them, how does the price of a video monitor affect the sale?
It's not a price-sensitive issue where someone comes in and says, gee, an 25-inch RCA monitor for $7.99 or $8.99. It's not the price point they're looking for. They're looking more for what the TV can do for them. And they're not as price-sensitive. I guess if someone wanted to be price-sensitive, they'd probably buy a $2.99 19-inch RCA TV with the twisters and the manual tuning, and they wouldn't care less. But these people seem to know what they want, and they're planning for the future.
I think the biggest issue to me is that there's a tremendous market for high-quality 19-inch portables with remote. When they see this and compare it to our friend, I won't offend everyone, I'll hide it from sight here, but when they compare a top-of-the-line or reasonably top-of-the-line 19-inch portable with remote, and they compare it to this, the difference in cost just is so minor for what they're getting in terms of real benefit that does it.
If you will take the time to work with the customer, identify their wants and their needs, chances are that the monitor type of product is really the only type of product that will ultimately satisfy those needs. Because of that, it probably represents the best value to them. And I would have to say that in terms of value and pricing, if the product is properly shown and demonstrated, you'll have no price resistance.
Then we asked, is there anything unique about the sale of a video monitor?
So we've discovered something else. When somebody buys this for their business, 2 or 3 weeks later, they're going to be back again to buy one for home. I just sold, actually it was a complete RCA portable setup. The monitor was included in it to a law firm last week, and you should have seen the people. I mean, half of them were gaga acting in front of the camera, oh boy, fun. The other half were going wild over the set. I mean, literally wild over the set. I would say out of the 15 people in the room, probably 4 or 5 will be seen before Christmas.
A lot of people walk in, we show it to them, they don't buy the monitor on the spot. I don't want to give that illusion that everyone walks in the door and says, oh, gee, let me spend $1,000 on this particular monitor. But we show it to them, and they get a sense of that there's a need out there for to organize themselves. And we sell them accessories, and it's just a matter of time before we sell them a monitor. So we have everything hooked up to show them what it could look like if they had it in their house. Because right now, I mean, I personally experienced it myself, where I had a video game, a home computer, a videotape recorder, and a disc machine. And my wife wouldn't let me bring anything more home. She said, no more, that's it. You can't bring anything more. And I wanted to bring home a second videotape recorder. And then she said, no, you can't have it. There's too many wires going around here. The kids are going to trip over it. So what I experienced at my home, I try to clean up in the store and show the consumer that he can clean up his act at home also. And that's what we've done. And it really helps quite a bit.
One of the easiest ways to sell a video system is to demonstrate a video system. And we have selected the RCA furniture and component product as a way of merchandising a complete video system. While it's probable that not every customer who walks through the door is going to buy the entire wall of video, we feel that it creates a good impression in their mind. The same setup is shown in the product literature. Therefore, when we give them product literature to take home, they're taking home an image of our store. They saw that system here, and there it is in the book. And, you know, maybe they took the picture in the store. Who knows? But it does add a great deal of credibility when you start talking about the video, audio, home entertainment system, to show them the whole system at once.
To determine their attitudes about employee sales and product training, we asked, how important is product knowledge when it comes to selling video products?
I guess selling a color television, it wasn't difficult to do, because someone could turn on the TV and say, isn't this a great looking picture? And that's all there was really to it. And then if it had remote control, that was one additional feature. In the case of video, there's a lot of extra features to it, whether it be programming the machine on and off and knowing all the features. The customer is somewhat, I don't want to say ignorant, but lacks in having the knowledge of what video is all about. And he comes to our store and gets some information, and he feels appreciative about it. Doesn't say he's going to buy from us, but he feels appreciative that we've given him the information, but we've explained something to him. And you have to know all the features to sell the product.
We can and do indeed, you know, present a highly technically oriented presentation for the videophile customer who asks it. We are familiar with the concept and operation of the comb filter and what it means and what benefit it provides. We are familiar with the concept of the NTSC broadcast system, the inherent limits in video bandwidth of that system, etc. And you know, by having that information, we set ourselves apart from other dealers. It gives us a great deal of credibility with our customers and allows us, once again, to sell the product to the person who has that particular interest versus, you know, him going down the street to, you know, one of the discount operations where they don't know the answers.
Then we asked, what can you tell us about video monitor margins and profitability?
The video business represents, to me, a unique profit opportunity. The products are coming down the line. New product is coming on a continuing basis. Things come today that didn't exist yesterday, and things will be coming to us tomorrow that we don't have today. The monitor is probably a good example of that. There really was no monitor market at this time last year. There was no real monitor product available at this time last year. So we have an exciting new development that not only can keep our own interest high, but represent a new sales and profit opportunity. Because the product is so new, the market has not had time to establish price points and price levels. Therefore, higher margin and even sheet price sales are not only possible, but they're the normal circumstance.
We've got something that's very flexible. It's very much in tune with today's way of dealing with things, today's way of living. And again, going back to the main thing, I love it because I can sell a lot of them profitably.
Virtually anyone who is presently in the market for a television receiver should be attempted to be qualified as a monitor prospect. There's a distinct economic advantage to the dealer in that too. First of all, very few dealers at the present time are familiar with the benefits of a monitor. A lot of those guys don't even have them on the floor. So you do not have the competition on this product that you do with another type of television product. And therefore it can be sold profitably. And that's what I open my door for every morning, with the expectation of making some money.
To sum up, these RCA video monitor dealers we can draw these conclusions. First, that almost every customer is a prospect for a video monitor. Customers are choosing an RCA video monitor for some very good reasons: to take advantage of today's technology and to prepare for future video products they anticipate purchasing. Successful dealers feel strongly that the price of an RCA video monitor is not a deterrent in the sale. In fact, they're convinced that a video monitor represents the best value for today's customer. That the only thing unique about the sale of a video monitor is that it's easier to sell than a comparably priced standard television receiver, and with very little additional effort. They all agree that having solid product knowledge is the key to successful monitor salesmanship, and that RCA video monitors offer higher margins and profitability than is possible with conventional television receivers. Based on their experience and attitudes, isn't it time that you started receiving your share of the RCA video monitor potential?